Hey guys, we are in the middle of the Pacific Ocean here on the Carnival Paradise. We're with two, leaders in World Ventures. They just got written up in our brand new magazine. It hasn't even hit the magazine stands yet. You can read their complete story in there. They're regional trainers with the company. You've got Janie and Raymond Braun. They're part of the Twins team and really our huge World Ventures team. Lucky enough to, just wanted to be able to ask both of you kind of your background a little bit and then to be able to share with everyone. Because I know there's people probably in your same situation just wanting to be able to have the success that you guys have had. It starts small and then it builds from there. Maybe Raymond, just kind of share with them real quick, what's your background, prior to really getting involved with World Ventures?
Well, I used to be a partner with Coopers and Library, now Price Waterhouse Coopers, and for the last several years I've had my own businesses. I've got 4 other businesses, and so that's kind of what my background is.
Oh, and Janie, what's your background?
I come from a telecommunications background. I was a director with AT&T for about the last 15 years of my career, managing major organizations, and spent about a little over 31 and a half years with them.
Wow. So both, very successful prior to World Ventures, and I just kind of want you to share with everyone, what's been one of your keys to success, and how much time did you have, when you first got started? There's a lot of people that are super busy. Did you have a lot of time in your hand, or how did that work, and what did you do when you first got started?
Well, my biggest limiting factor when I started was because I got 4 other businesses, I had very little time. So what I did was literally made sure that from a consistent basis I worked at about 3 hours a week, and how I did that was I made sure that I brought 1 to 3 people to one event every single week, and that's literally how I built the business from there, and it just kept consistently doing that until I finally actually showed the business to my wife. So within a year, built a business large enough to retire my wife, and she kind of took over the main part of the business from there.
So you started building it consistently, and then you didn't even show your wife?
No, not for about 6 or 7 months. I hit director before I ever actually got my wife very involved.
There's definitely a lesson in there too somewhere.
Yeah.
And then you saw this, came on board, and what's been some of your keys to success of how you've been able to help people get started so well and get have your team grow?
Well, I have to be honest with you. When he first showed this to me, well over a year, I thought he was crazy because he was working so much. I didn't think it was possible to do one other thing. But through the consistency, it was enabled me to retire from my 6-figure income a year into the business. And so what I started doing when I joined Raymond in the business is I started working the getting started, the training part of it. And we started getting the people that were joining us new, and this wasn't something that I started. Raymond started this way before I did, is whenever we get somebody enrolled in the business, we meet with them as quickly as we can, within the first 48 hours, to do the getting started, to find out why they're doing this, what they want to get out of it, how much time they have to spend. We get them plugged into the empoweryou.com website where they can learn everything in an hour that they need to get a fast jump. And then we just consistently do that with the new folks as they get started, and we train all the new people to do the same thing.
Wow, that's great. Anything else in terms of a key to success that you guys have had? And how many members do you have on your team today?
About 1,800. We've personally invited about or shared it with about 42 people, and that's turned into about 1,800 people, and just having a ball with it. That was the big thing for us. Is I wasn't really looking for another job. I got plenty of other businesses, but I was looking for something that was absolutely a lot of fun and something that I could network the group of people that I already had, doing something that they would also have a lot of fun with as well.
And look at us, we're here in the Pacific.
There you go.
Having a ball,
in the middle of the week, on a Thursday, on a Thursday, and that's what can happen, for yourself as well. If you haven't heard of Janie and Raymond Braun, let me tell you, you're definitely going to. In this San Antonio area, World Ventures has so much thanks, for what you guys have done and for what you guys have created. And somebody that's looking at this right now, would you tell them that it's possible that they could do it, themselves?
Absolutely. Trust me, if I got into it and I can do it, anybody can do this. It takes belief. You have to believe in what you're doing, believe in the product you have, and then just work with the people that are joining your team and help everybody be successful.
Good. Well, thanks so much. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys on the next cruise ship.
All right.